And Epsom salts is magnesium sulfate. And magnesium is a muscle relaxant. So if someone's stressed out, sore muscles, can't sleep, they can have...
Hello and welcome back. I'm Barbara O'Neill. Today, I'm going to share with you a highly effective traditional remedy, the combination of castor oil and Epsom salt. This combination creates a compress with deep penetrating properties, offering remarkable benefits in alleviating joint pain, reducing inflammation, softening scar tissue, and addressing various other health concerns. I'll guide you through simple steps to incorporate this method into your daily life. So, make sure to watch until the end of the video to fully understand how to apply these techniques.
Castor oil. And castor oil is something that penetrates deep into the body. I never advise taking castor oil by mouth because it can be quite irritating. So I'm going to show you how to make a pack. So here is, I think we're familiar with them, they're blueies. Oh, this is a greenie, but it's an incontinence pad. So what we do is we get those and we cut them and we take off that top layer and we put several layers in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 layers of that oil sheeting in there. You see, the thicker the compress, the more castor oil it can hold and the more castor oil that can go into your body. And what we do then is we tape the edges. And the reason we go to a bit of effort to do this, you can also stitch the corners because this is a compress, so it can be used again and again and again and again. And the beauty of it is it has a plastic backing on it, and you want that plastic to protect your clothing. A castor oil compress is something that I apply to my hand every night. So you might notice I've still got a little bit of swelling in my hand. It's been only 8 weeks since I broke this. The X-ray confirms that my bones are healed, but there's still a little bit of swelling there because it was quite a serious break. So I've brought you over my castor oil compress, and I've used one of those sheets that the 15-year-old's knee went through, and I've actually got about 10 layers there, and I put that on my hand like this, and I bandage it. I'm getting very good at this because I do it every night, because I quickly discovered my husband's not a nurse. He does it in a bit of a hurry and doesn't do it quite right. And so there's my castor oil compress that I will sleep with. I sleep with it every night. So why am I putting a castor oil compress on this? Because that was quite serious damage. My ulna was fractured, my radius was totally broken and out of place. Whenever you've got an injury, you've got the possibility of scar tissue building up. And so this is very good at stopping scar tissue developing. And many people have problems years later after an injury from scar tissue. So if someone maybe had appendix taken out 10 years ago, sometimes they get more problems now because of scar tissue building up from that. So castor oil will break up any unnatural substance. So it'll break up a bone spur. It'll break up kidney stones, it'll break up gallstones. It will even help to break cataracts up, so you can put a drop of castor oil on your finger and wipe it over your eye, then do it to the other eye. Could you put it in your eye? Absolutely. It's just easier to wipe it over your eye though, because it's so sticky. So if you know what castor oil does, you start to know where to apply it.
Additionally, castor oil compresses are highly effective in treating fibroids and endometriosis. They can also be applied to the abdomen to help with constipation or irritable bowel syndrome. With regular use, castor oil can reduce inflammation caused by rheumatoid arthritis or other chronic issues. I often use the same compress for several weeks, simply adding a bit of oil when it starts to dry out. When the compress is no longer effective, I create a new one and continue using it. Epsom salt is a well-known and long-utilized substance that offers numerous health benefits. When used correctly, this mineral can be incredibly beneficial for overall well-being. Castor oil's deep penetrating properties are significantly enhanced when combined with Epsom salt. To make a castor oil and Epsom salt compress, I typically do the following. Layer multiple pieces of cloth or disposable medical pads, sprinkle Epsom salt over the surface, and then thoroughly soak the layers with castor oil. The compress holds the oil, allowing it to gradually seep into the skin and tissues over several hours, alleviating pain and supporting the treatment of various conditions. Let me elaborate on Epsom salt to help you better understand its properties and the benefits it can bring to your health.
And Epsom salts is magnesium sulfate. And magnesium is a muscle relaxant. So if someone's stressed out, sore muscles, can't sleep, they can have a Epsom salts bath before they go to bed. Even put a couple of cups of Epsom salts in a hot bath. And remember, it does three things. It relaxes the muscles, and you might do it for aching muscles, you might do it for if you're stressed, and you might do it if you can't sleep, because magnesium and moist heat relax the muscles. But what a lot of people don't know is you can use Epsom salts for a burn. It's one of the best things to use for a burn. You can use grated potato for a burn. You can use aloe vera for a burn. They're both excellent, but you can also use a saturated solution of Epsom salts. Now, how you get a saturated solution of Epsom salts? Let's say you've got this half a glass of water, put a teaspoon of Epsom salts in and stir it. It'll dissolve. Because magnesium is a water-hungry molecule, remember? So you put that magnesium in and it'll dissolve into the water. Put another teaspoon in, mix it. Put another teaspoon in, mix it. And you keep doing that till it won't dissolve anymore. You now have a saturated solution of Epsom salts. One lady said she always has a jar in her fridge.
I often use castor oil combined with Epsom salt to aid in healing injuries on my body. For instance, I once fractured my hand, and I applied this combination to the affected area. Using a compress made with castor oil and Epsom salt significantly reduced the risk of scar tissue formation. The combination of castor oil and Epsom salt helps soften and break down unwanted tissue formations, such as bone spurs and scar tissue from old injuries. Epsom salt, rich in magnesium, penetrates the skin quickly, effectively reducing stress and fatigue while soothing the nervous system. It can also alleviate symptoms of depression. Taking a bath with diluted Epsom salt can help you feel relaxed and at ease, promoting deep sleep and relieving headaches. Its pain-relieving properties and ability to combat fatigue also improve mental well-being, which in turn refreshes your face and rejuvenates your skin, leaving it vibrant and full of life. Magnesium combined with sulfate in Epsom salt aids in regenerating and managing nerve impulses. It promotes the production of serotonin, a neurotransmitter, while preventing calcium deficiency. For these reasons, Epsom salt is also recommended for children with autism. Additionally, Epsom salt is renowned for treating burns. It alleviates pain in inflamed tissues and accelerates the recovery process by reducing swelling and discomfort. Now let's continue with castor oil.
I have seen people, well, they've told me their bone spur was little by little, it was able to go with the castor oil compresses. So when I say a compress, what do I mean by that? I'll show you how we make it. We get what's called an incontinence pad. You can buy these to put under people who are incontinent. And we cut them up. So you can see that I've already cut a piece off this. And the beauty of it is it's got a plastic backing, and I open it up. You can open it like that. And I put several layers of cloth in there to make it a thick compress. You see, the thicker the compress, the more castor oil it will hold, and the more castor oil can go into you. So I have made one here. So you can see this is quite thick. I think I have got about 8 layers of cloth in there. And what I do is I tape the edges with masking tape, and I've clipped the edges with a stapler, or you could stitch it. And when I applied the castor oil earlier, it was like a thick layer on top. And so you sit that down and you leave it for maybe 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, waiting for it to soak through. It is soaked through now, and that's quite wet. And you can see that it doesn't take up the whole of the poultice, because when that goes on the body, the heat of the body will thin the oil and it'll leave a little bit of a room for it to spread out. So this is a good size for the chest, for a congested chest. It's a good size for the abdomen. It can be put on the abdomen for constipation. It can also be put on the abdominal wall for irritable bowel. It could be put under the rib for the liver, for gallstones. It can also be put at the back for kidney stones. It could be put over a knee for a painful knee.
The combination of castor oil and Epsom salt compresses works wonders for issues such as bunions, gallstones, and even kidney stones. I once met a woman with a large bunion, and after applying a castor oil compress every night for 2 months, her condition improved significantly. For deeper issues like gallstones, placing the compress over the liver or kidneys can help dissolve the stones. However, consistency and patience are key, as these treatments take time. With regular application, you are likely to see remarkable results. Castor oil offers incredibly powerful benefits, and when paired with Epsom salt, it effectively targets areas of pain or injury, delivering significant relief and healing over time.
And there's something else you can wear on your colon for a few hours a day, and it's a castor oil compress. Castor oil is an oil that penetrates deeper than any other oil, and it'll break up the congestion in the colon and help you to pass with ease. So if someone tends to constipation, it's very important that they invest in a $2 plastic stool from the Crazy Clarks. Do you have Crazy Clarks? $2 shop, or I don't know, something like that. Okay, those shops. Or they go to Bed Bath and Beyond and invest in a squatty potty. So take the pressure off there and start drinking more water, start wearing the castor oil compress on there. And if you weren't in the lecture that showed how to make compresses, you can Google Barbara O'Neill poultices, and in the poultice lecture it shows you. But it's a few layers of cloth with castor oil on it, put on the abdomen, cover it with plastic. Usually your clothes will hold it there. In fact, one lady who came to our program, she said, I used to have irritable bowel. And when I had irritable bowel, my husband, who's a doctor, came in and told me what he was going to do is going to be cortisone and anti-inflammatories, and if that didn't slow it down, we'll just open you up and cut that part out. Oh. It actually defies reason, doesn't it? Do you know, I'm not criticising doctors. They do the best they can. You know, poor doctors, people beat themselves up, and then they come to the doctor and think there's going to be a quick fix, but there actually isn't. There isn't a quick fix. The body can heal itself. It's little by little by little it breaks down. It bears so long under abuse. And so it's little by little by little, given the right conditions, that it can start to build up and heal again. So this lady decided not to do what her doctor husband suggested, and she'd heard about the castor oil. So she started wearing castor oil compresses on her abdomen. And she said, I healed myself of irritable bowel with castor oil. So castor oil will penetrate deep, and it'll help to ease any inflammation. It will also penetrate deep and break up any lumps and bumps in the area.
If you are dealing with hemorrhoids, you can soak a cotton swab in castor oil, shape it like a pinky finger, and place it in the freezer for 4 days. Once it is completely frozen, you can insert it into the anal area and leave it overnight. Castor oil will provide significant relief for the affected area. The combination of castor oil and Epsom salt helps soothe inflammation and break down blockages in the digestive tract, making it effective in treating irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, and constipation. Using several layers of cloth soaked in castor oil and sprinkled with Epsom salt, then placing the compress on your abdomen for a few hours, can promote easier digestion and improve digestive health. In addition to the castor oil and Epsom salt compress, you can also combine castor oil with ginger for enhanced healing effects.
So calcified, any calcification anywhere in the body, it has the ability to break that up. Remember, it penetrates deeper than any other oil, and wherever it penetrates, it has the ability to break up the congestion, scar tissue, calcification in that area. The more serious the condition, of course, the longer it's going to take, and the longer it's been like that, the longer it can take. So the swollen joints, you might do the ginger poultice for a few hours, and then you might do the castor oil overnight every night. So play with them. Remember, you're the doctor. Listen to what your body says. If it brings relief, do it. If it doesn't bring relief, maybe you need to do it for a little bit longer. Maybe you need to adjust the times that you do it. But your body will speak to you, and it will tell you what it likes. And if you don't get the results straight away.
The use of castor oil and Epsom salt compresses offers remarkable benefits, especially for issues related to bones and joints. The anti-inflammatory properties of castor oil, combined with the soothing effects of Epsom salt, penetrate deeply, providing long-lasting pain relief. Additionally, castor oil compresses combined with ginger are another effective option with numerous benefits. For calcified joints, daily application of a castor oil compress is essential. You can reuse the same compress for several weeks, simply adding a bit more castor oil when it starts to dry out. Consistent nightly use helps break down calcifications and soften hardened tissues, improving mobility and reducing pain. Now that you're familiar with the incredible benefits of castor oil and Epsom salt compresses, start incorporating them into your routine today and experience their transformative effects. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it with your family and friends. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for updates on our latest content. Thanks for watching.